So one of the things about blogging, or any side hustle for that matter, is that it can be very easy to grind in and grind out work every single month without actually taking stock and seeing how far you've come. With blogging then being so focused on writing and publishing content, especially within your first few years, it can be incredibly easy to be disheartened with the process. With 2022 now thankfully behind us, I'm going to dive into the earnings for last year, the page views for last year, and some of the biggest learnings that 2020 taught me about the world of blogging, niche sites, all of those kinds of things really. The earnings. Many long-term watchers of mine know that I have two niche websites which I'm currently running at the moment. Site number one is around about 2.5 years old and is pretty terrible, to be honest with you. But site two is faring slightly better, being around about 1.5 years old at the moment. Now both websites are thankfully monetized at the moment. Site one is monetized the most through Amazon Associates and Ezoic, whereas site two is only purely monetized through Ezoic at the moment. So how much did both the sites earn then? Site one last year earned around about $1,440-ish in total. Site two earned around about $1,326-ish, which isn't too bad at all actually, considering that site two was only monetized from February. This then brings the grand total that both my sites earned last year to $2,769 or so. Breaking that down month by month, then it kind of works out to around about $230-ish or so extra every single month. So a nice little side hustle there. So yeah guys, $230 a month. So not exactly blowing up to the moon, earning thousands of dollars every single month like a lot of YouTube videos will probably say that you can earn through blogging. I feel as though that this is a fairly reasonable achievement, especially seeing as I've had no prior experience to setting websites up previously. So I'm fairly happy with the results there. You can then aim for these kind of similar level results if you are in a similar position to myself, where you've maybe only got a few websites, you've only been doing this for around about 1 year or so, you don't really know what you're doing, all of those kinds of things. The page views. Now, one of the most important things about growing a blog is actually getting traffic directly to your website. So what are some realistic page view goals that you should aim for? What are some of the page view goals that I actually achieved last year, 2022? Well, site one, which is the oldest site that I currently operate, managed to bring in 60,314 page views in total for the entire duration of 2022. Site two, however, really surprisingly to me, especially with the seasonality actually, managed to do far, far better, earning 118,012 page views in total, once again for the duration of 2022. Site two was actually growing quite rapidly actually before Google algorithm update, seasonality, all these other little bits and pieces kicked in, unfortunately. The learnings. So all in all, what can we take away as some of the biggest learnings from 2022? After all, it definitely was not easy. I mean, both the sites failed to hit $1,000 a month, or heck, even $500 a month, but I am still pretty happy with the way the results went down last year. I mean, if we sit back and take stock, I actually managed to build a business asset that now regularly brings in over $200 every single month. So I'm at least $200 better off every single month than I was before I started this endeavor. My biggest takeaway, however, is that blogging definitely isn't anywhere near as easy as it was when I started around about 2.5 years ago. Back in the day, then you could actually get a website to rank with around about 30 posts or so, get it straight into position 1 in Google and not really have to do too much more other than that. Nowadays, however, Google is definitely taking more and more of the search with YouTube videos, video carousels, snippets, all these other kinds of bits and pieces that they're basically stealing the traffic for directly for themselves. Instead, then what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to build out our websites as much more of a long-term project, over 5 to 10 years with hundreds of posts on them, as opposed to a 1 to 2 year website with maybe 30 or 40 posts on there, unfortunately. But alas, that's the way the world is moving. Now, my final major learning for last year is that Google will definitely not play fair when it comes to Google algorithm updates. And last year in particular was pretty ridiculous in terms of the sheer number of Google algorithm updates. And I basically foresee that happening more and more frequently over the next couple of years or so, until they basically have taken as much of the search as they reasonably can. Goals for 2023. So what are some realistic goals that we can set for blogging, for my websites going forward in 2023 and beyond? Well, the first major goal is just basically going to be to control the controllables, and as such, I'm going to aim to get another 100 posts on site number two, taking its total number of posts there to around about 250 posts in total. This will hopefully secure the foundation of the website and overall help boost its authority. Secondly, I'd love to get site number two earning over $500 every single month. Now, this is a bit more realistic, I feel, because site two doesn't really have any affiliate on there. It doesn't have any info products or any of those kinds of things. So building that stuff out on the website, hopefully in 2023, is going to be a bit more of a goal there. Final major goal that I'm going to give myself for 2023 is to grow site two to hopefully that 30,000 page view per month mark. Now, while I'd love to sit here and say, yeah, I've got 2.5 years under my belt, 1.5 years under my belt when it comes to Site 2, this is gonna shoot up all the way up to 100,000 page views and not have to worry about any competition. The truth is that blogging is not a straight line journey, and unfortunately I feel as though it's gonna take a little bit of time. And using the data that I've got in front of me, using the best decision making I can, I see that a 30,000 page view per month mark is a very realistic goal to kind of aim for. That's hopefully within sight, so long as the seasonality ends, so long as Google updates end, hopefully, but we'll have to see how that gets on. Blogging family, it's literally so gloomy in here. I have no idea why, but maybe it's a sign of things to come for 2023. Hopefully not. As always, if you're interested in more videos around blogging, side hustles, personal development, any of those kinds of things, absolutely smash the like and subscribe button, as it really does help out the channel. Wishing you the best of luck with your blogs in 2023, best of luck with whatever side hustles you're undertaking in 2023, and until the next one, as always, I'll leave you to it. All the best, gang. Have a good one.